The government didn't seem to really have like this is what we're doing, and like, oh, that's their clear strategy, and Harvard seemed to be the Harvard lawyers seemed to be pointing that out and rubbing that in a bit, and then the judge seemed to either be picking up on it or just being like, that's just accurate. So it seemed like the judge was like, I want to maintain the status quo with the temporary restraining order. Yeah, so she said, I want to do the temporary restraining order. That's the maximum that I can do currently. And I think she said that she might try and do another type of order later, but that's the max that she
Makes
can
you
do.
feel better, though, what you saw.
Yeah, so my long-term thing is actually right now, I think Americans personally don't pay enough attention to politics, and it's like Trump is waking people up in a weird kind of long-term kind of way. So right now it's kind of like tough. But based on the strategy that I'm seeing here, the strategy with the tariffs, the court also saying like, hey, the tariffs are going to be also temporarily struck down too. So it seems like this multi-pronged strategy is also getting multi-pronged resistance, exactly.
Andrew Kingsbury,
So I personally think that if Harvard had spoken more about like, hey, there's not really actually anti-Semitism going on here during these encampments, that Harvard wouldn't be in this situation that it's in now. Because it would have said, hey, like they're protesting Zionism and they're protesting genocide of children, essentially. They're not saying we hate Jews and so on, which is like what I said. I witnessed personally walking through those encampments on Passover Seder, Jews and Muslims celebrating together. So I think Harvard, if you had stood up a little bit more or a lot more with more spine and said, hey, no, this is not what's happening. We stand for knowledge and veritas, that this situation probably wouldn't be the case. It wouldn't be this far, I think, if Harvard had stood up a bit more earlier. So now Harvard's going to have to do a little more catch up. But I think the strategy that I'm seeing just here, personally witnessing this like up close personally, but then seeing the tariffs in the news being struck down and other things. So it's not good. And then there's also the situation with the dollar, but that's a whole other topic.
Sorry, this is for French television.
Ah, okay.